Hey guys, welcome back to Cracked Housing Fab. And as you've seen from the title, we finished a project finally. And also, there's someone else here.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Kurt's back, so that's awesome. But as you can see, check that out. The cross cart is done. So we're gonna show you what we did coming up next. All right guys, so the last video you would have seen was 9 months ago. It's ridiculous that it's taken that long, but you know, we have busy lives, etc. Whatever. Don't need any more excuses. But so Kurt and I busted our butts on this. Over the last 3 days, we've put 12-hour days in to get this thing done. We didn't film any of it because we just wanted to get it done. Wanted to ride it and see what this thing was actually going to be like. We want to kind of walk you guys through what we did to finish this thing up. Last thing you seen was the brakes, and we mounted the gas tank, and that was it. So Kurt, you want to show them what we did?
Yeah, so like Sean said, 3 days of just non-stop work, sun up to sundown. So we have the brakes, calipers, all that's back on, wrapped up the front, got some brake lines put on there. Come around here, we have our pedal assembly all mounted, clutch, brake, gas, all hydraulic clutch, so that's kind of nice. Coming up here, we have our power steering, which is actually pretty cool.
So that's the Prius power steering.
Yep, so that's all electronic. As we move back here, we have our shifter linkage, which has our nice handle.
So that handle is actually off of the Tacoma, the one that came out when I did the 4-wheel drive conversion.
So we got that, a couple cables coming back to the shifter mechanism, so it's a double cable system. So that's nice and solid. All right, so all that stuff's all hooked up. Our jack shaft, whatever you want to call it, our linkage, keep all the chains tight. They definitely have to be super tight. We had to go back, take a link out to make it tighter after the first practice run. But yeah, just lots of support. We have our exhaust system, all factory. We just had to cut a notch out of it to point the exhaust up. Got our control arms all reinforced. Sean made some cool brackets down there that look pretty neat. Coming back here, big old electrical mess. Trying to make it work, we had to extend some wires. We put in an aftermarket fuel pump, electric fuel pump, because the factory one's on the tank. So we wired that in. Battery, lawnmower battery, fits really nice in there. Just lots of coolant lines, radiators up top, got all of our ignition coils mounted, just a lot of stuff. Some of this stuff, you know, we still have to find homes for it, but
yeah, it was kind of like a temporary, I mean, obviously we busted our butts and there was a lot to do. Like I said, between 3 days, we put, I don't even know, like 35 or 40 hours into this thing. We've been really busting our butts to get it done. We did take it for a quick little ride just to kind of see how it was going to react, and it's interesting. We're going to show you some of that. So we just kind of walk through and wanted to show you what we did and to finish it up. Still things to do. Make sure and tell us what everything we did wrong in the comments, because I know that's going to happen. Everything seems to be okay so far. I don't know. So we'll show you a little bit of video of us riding it. All right guys, so as you've seen, we have the key over on this side. You can't see it from this angle. We just obviously turn the key on, and that's just like the bike is. And then we have a kill switch right here. So flip that guy on, and then we have a start button right here. Fires right up.
I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on their fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. All this shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing full that over 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, keep my way in the be put down. This my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. Solution shit is stupid. If you choose to live or choose to keep, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose your gift.
freaking awesome. So one thing that is weird when we first drove it, because we have this clutch and we have a master cylinder back there pulling on the clutch cable that was on the bike. It's kind of a funky feeling, like it's weird. You could really have to get used to that clutch. And then so we do have some bump steer, and we kind of knew that going in. This is like our first time we fully developed the suspension from nothing. So we started out with literally no pieces, as you guys, and built it. It's not too bad. It's just when you're hitting bumps, it kind of throws you around a little bit. But one thing to say, it's really smooth to ride it. Like it doesn't bounce you around. It's actually surprisingly smooth, and the suspension sucks everything up pretty good. So I don't know, I guess we just go have some fun with it, but I think it's pretty freaking cool to build something from scratch. And again, it's not perfect. We got more stuff to do on it and fix up and make right, but I think for a maiden voyage, it's pretty darn good. All right, now we're in the point of the video that we do silly stuff. So Kurt wants to try to climb this hill. Yep, so this is the hill. I don't know, it might get stuck, we might not, might make it. See what happens. Oh, no problem. I think he got it stuck. All 4 tires are off the ground. All 4 wheels. Oh, Kurt got it stuck, so we have to use the Tacoma to pull it off the hill. So there we go. Apparently I didn't hook it good enough, like a ding dong. All right, so something that's funny, Kurt and I were just talking about off camera. Everyone said this thing was gonna be so top heavy, it was gonna flip right over the second you drove it, and it was gonna be terrible. You guys just seen Kurt like basically almost whipping donuts over there, turning real sharp. It feels super stable.
Very
doesn't
stable. It
like,
handles not, yeah,
it doesn't feel like it's gonna tip over at all. Go ahead and leave a comment because we know you're gonna anyways. All right, initial review, Kurt. What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of power. It feels good.
Yeah, so far, I mean, shit, we built this thing from scratch. I mean, obviously you guys seen the whole video series, but we're actually kind of surprised that it hasn't fallen apart yet. I know that sounds silly, but
it's solid.
I mean, there's a lot of things you put together on these that are unknowns, so.
Pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
We didn't even know if the engine was gonna start after all the wiring harness we had to take apart, reroute stuff. And
yeah, so Kurt worked hard on it, probably what, 3 or 4 hours yesterday doing that, all the wiring. We had to go through the wiring diagrams and figure out what was what to get it to start, and then we had to do like the clutch safety switch.
Did you ever show them the clutch setup?
Yeah. And the kickstand thing was we got it running. I'm like, all right, awesome. Went to go put it on the trailer, and then every time you put it in gear it would stall. Well, the kickstand switch is a safety, so we had to jumper that. So we got that all figured out. Our clutch we have set up like this, like with a master cylinder to the actual Yamaha clutch cable. That turned out pretty sweet. It's all hydraulic, all lines are ran underneath, down underneath the floor up to there. So that's pretty cool. Okay guys, it works. We didn't die and it didn't fall apart on us, so it's pretty cool. There are some things we need to work on. Bump steer is an issue. It definitely bump steers. You can probably see it in the videos. It darts around. It's better. We adjusted the toe a little bit, but still not where we need it to be. So we need to figure that issue out. On these wheels, you may have been able to see that too. The bearings are wasted in those spindles. And we kind of knew they were kind of crappy to begin with.
So that should help a lot.
Yeah, so I think that's making it feel weird too. We're gonna get some bearings, throw those in there and fix that. Chain seems to be holding up well. That all works good.
And it's not really overheating. It's warm, but it's not like red hot.
Yeah. This seems all right. Cooling system seems to be working fine. The fan kicked on once for us.
Yeah.
Everything as far as
this thing is awesome.
Driving, it's freaking awesome. I definitely am not disappointed that we built this. I know it took a long time, and it's probably been what, 1.5 years since we started this thing.
At least.
So I know it took us a long time, but we got here. So now we can make improvements and do more fun stuff with it. This makes it tough when you build something from scratch that you got a lot of crap to do and it becomes overwhelming. We'll wrap it up here, guys. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun hanging out with Kurt again and do this. We've got busy lives, we've got jobs, and Kurt owns no business, so he's got a lot of time wrapped up in that. So, but we'll do what we can for you guys. So thanks all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid.